What's up, you guys? It's Jono. Today I wanted to show you how you can set up easy crypto mining on your gaming PC, and I literally set this up with one click the other day, and I was like, wait a second, they'll give me free money for my PC's idle time? Let's go! Anybody who's got even a decent GPU sitting in your computer, that is your video card. If you have a 2080 Ti like I have, or maybe you have a 3080, or even some lesser models as well, you can set this up using Norton Antivirus. Okay, I never expected this to actually happen, and you can see here it actually went to waiting for idle while we were talking because I just started recording, so of course it knows that I don't have idle time right now, so then it shut it down. So of course if you're recording videos like me or doing streams and stuff like that, you don't have to turn this off and turn it on or anything like that. You just go ahead and set it up and forget it, and it sits there and makes you money. So let's go ahead and talk about how this works, you guys. It's got my active GPU here, NVIDIA GeForce RTX 2080 Ti. That is my video card. I paid about $1,200 for that thing way back in the day. Now there's 3080s and they run even faster than mine. This runs at about 52 hash rate per second, which is like not very fast compared to like a Bitmain or like a real Bitcoin miner, but that's pretty fast considering it's just sitting here idle overnight doing its thing. So some people would ask me, especially a lot of people I told about this, they asked me, Jono, is this going to overheat your card and burn it out and make it worthless? No, it hasn't really done that, although I do have to kind of watch it and make sure it doesn't get too hot, and we can talk about that in just a second. I do keep a fan on my machine. I do keep my machine running open because I have no hazards. We'll talk about that all in just a second. But the first thing I want to talk about is right here. I made $94 since I set this up about 2 months ago or something like that. So it's just been sitting here quietly making money, and it's mining Ethereum. So if you guys are wondering what coin is it mining, it's mining Ethereum. I'm going to click my Norton wallet here, and it's probably going to make me log in real quick, and I'm going to show you guys my Norton wallet once I get logged in here. It's actually pretty interesting what it's doing. I will say it's paying out very, very regularly. If I can get this over here. There we go. Okay, so look, it's given me a total of 6 payouts so far. Every one of them was 0.004 Ethereum, which is about $15. And it's just sitting here making me money, you guys. I mean, it's actually pretty cool. If I wanted to withdraw, it would take me out to my Coinbase account, which I do have a Coinbase account. I have been a member of the Coinbase family for a long time now, probably for like 7 or 8 months or something like that. And I've been making a lot of money trading coins on Coinbase. So I do highly recommend trading on Coinbase. And if you guys want to get down into Coinbase yourself, check out my link in the description. Click on that link and we'll get 10 bucks in Bitcoin. Thank you, Coinbase. Hey, they're really cool. And they're actually the people who are managing the wallets in this whole program. And when I saw that it was Coinbase managing the wallet, I was like, ding, that looks fantastic to me. That's exactly who I would like to be managing that wallet. And you can see we've got the miner here. It has a little bit more details. It has my desktop name, and it's got my video card here, and it's got my pending payout. It's pending another payout. I'm about to get another about $15 in Ethereum. And then the minimum payout amount is 0.004. That's why most of my transactions were 0.004. And it does say the status, even though this is a little bit delayed right here, it says I'm mining at 0.44 mega hashes per second. A real Bitmain miner would mine in like gigahashes. You know, they're a lot faster basically, but this is decent. I mean, honestly, this is decent. It's making me like a couple bucks a day or something like that. I've made $100 so far, so it might even be more than a couple bucks a day. I'm having a hard time doing the math, but yeah, it gives you a nice little wallet here and keeps all your money in there, and it's just a nice, secure, nice little one-click setup thing. I didn't have to click anything to set that up. I didn't have to do any special passphrases or any ridiculous stuff like that. They did one-click setup, and they literally set the whole thing up for me, and it's just sitting here making money. And if I want to withdraw, I believe there is a withdrawal fee, so that's why I'm just letting it sit there and accumulate value right now. Now let's go ahead and see my performance. It's not mining at the moment. You can see your GPU performance anytime by just right clicking and going to Task Manager. Manager, and Task Manager comes up here with your processes, and you can see I'm running some basic processes, including Norton Security, which is not really that big of a process. And yeah, it's running my GPU. Now, this won't be an indication of how much GPU I'm using during the mining. This is actually an indication of how much GPU I'm using during recording, which it is using a lot of GPU right now for recording. I've noticed it does not use very much GPU for the Bitcoin mining, or I should say Ethereum mining, because I don't know why it never shows 100%. I thought if I clicked over here, it would surely show 100% and it would be like full GPU memory dedicated. No, it doesn't show anything like that. I'll show some footage of what it does show. Since I can't record it right now, I'll have to record it a little bit while we're, not talking. But I'll show it up on the screen and let you guys see what it looks like. All right, you guys, so I wanted to demonstrate what it actually looks like while it's mining. Now, it won't look very accurate because obviously I'm recording my screen as well, so it's got a little bit more utilization than it would have. But you can see here that it's definitely not hitting 100, even though I'm recording and mining at the same time. You can see there it just lowered my hash rate. You may not have noticed that, but it did significantly lower my hash rate. I usually run at 52. It's running at 37 because we're doing the recording. But you can see that it really doesn't max out anything on my GPU. To me, it doesn't look like much, but what I can tell is that it really is a lot because it gets my thing hot. It gets the actual GPU very hot. Now, it's not super hot, but if I wasn't mitigating the temperature just a little bit, it could get super hot. It could spiral up to 80 centigrade, which is very hot. So I try to keep a fan on it. I try to keep a couple of different, mitigation techniques. I don't let it get too hot in my room, basically. But it hasn't ever been a problem for me. It might be a problem for you. If you were to do this, it might make your machine get too hot, depending on your enclosure and how everything is configured and how many fans you have and things like that. And I will show you mine. Mine is very open. I just have it wide open to let that heat just dissipate right on out, and it does work very well. It keeps it nice and cool. All right, so let's take a look at my enclosure here. I'm gonna show you guys my whole desk, and please don't mind my messy room, but there is the enclosure. I've got the case open, and I've got a big fan. I've got a really nice Dyson fan. I love this fan. I actually bought this because the California fires were so intense that we had smoke in our house, and we had to buy the fan so that it could purify the air in the house because we couldn't breathe. But the benefit of having this fan is it's a really, really, really amazing fan. So I just point it right into my enclosure, and it definitely lowers the temperature by about 10 degrees Celsius. So that's really important. Now you can see this thing is just a beautiful video card. I love owning this video card. It gets a lot of work done. I can play Minecraft in RTX glory, and that's all I need. Now you can see here the temperature on my motherboard is clearly displayed. The temperature on the motherboard and the GPU do vary, but not by very much, so it's usually a good indication of how cool it is in my room and how cool it is at the motherboard level. And then sometimes I can check the GPU temperature on my dashboard on the software as well. And you can see the GPU has 3 fans underneath. They are all running. I did have to do a little bit of reconfiguring on my PC to make those fans run. I had a little bit of an issue with the arm there, and all 3 fans were not running, and I just basically uninstalled the video card and reinstalled the video card, and then I got all 3 fans running, and that was really important because I needed those fans running to keep it nice and cool. And you can see here that it has liquid cooling, and some of the heat does go out through the top. So the fan is just blowing all of that heat off of the machine and dissipating it away from the machine and helping the machine just stay nice and cool. Even though there's fans everywhere, all over the place, it still can use that extra fan from the outside, keeping it cool. So that's what I do. You might not be able to do that. Maybe your cat is running around. Maybe your kids are running around. You don't want them, reaching into your case and touching things. That would be disastrous, obviously. You don't want to spill something in there, but I don't have too many risks, so I don't really worry about that. But not everybody is in that position where they could just leave their case open to let the heat dissipate. But I find that the actual temperature of your GPU really matches more closely the temperature of the room overall. So if you just keep your AC on, or if you keep your house pretty cool anyway, it's not really going to get too hot. It really does depend on the temperature of the room. But that said, if I close the door, this thing will heat up my room pretty quickly. So you do have to watch out for that. All right, let's take one more look at this GPU miner. I wanted to say everything that I need to say about it, but not make the video way too long and drag it out. But I'm sure that there will be people with questions. Please feel free to ask me the questions down below. It really was a one-click setup. I had to click one button. Basically, when I got into my Norton home, it said right up here, hey, would you like to make money with your PC's idle time? Now, it won't ask you that if you don't have an appropriate GPU, so I would watch out and make sure that your GPU does meet the requirements before you make the fee for Norton Antivirus. Now, I will say Norton Antivirus did not pay me to make this video, and neither did Coinbase. I just made this video because you would be a fool to have a very good GPU like this and not use it for some kind of mining right now. It's just free money, so I really highly recommend it to everybody. I have not had any issues from doing this, and you can see I've gotten many payouts now, so I'm just like collecting up the free money. I'm just trying to tell everybody, hey, there's free money out there. Now, I do love being a member of the Coinbase family. I've been using Coinbase for a long time and made some serious money on there, and I do encourage everybody to check that link in the description. It's just a free account. You don't have to pay anything to sign up, so I would recommend everybody sign up, get yourself a Coinbase account. That's certainly not going to hurt you, but you do not need it for this. This is a one-click setup. It is literally one click. And Norton is holding all of the assets in their wallet. For those of you who are really curious and know what you're talking about, yes, Norton is holding the assets in their wallet, but you can always transfer them out to your wallet for that tiny fee. So there you go. That's how Coinbase makes their money, for handling all of the bits and pieces of the transfer of the money. You know how it goes with all these blockchain things. All right, if you don't know how it goes, that's a whole separate video. But for those of us who do know, this is super easy money. Go ahead and just set it up. If you have the appropriate graphics card and you want to pay the fee for Norton Antivirus, which I will say I've already paid for my fee of Norton Antivirus and more, so I'm not really too upset about that. That was an easy thing to do, and I was already a Norton customer, so I've already paid my fee long before, and then they offered this to me. It was a no-brainer. But if you're a new Norton customer signing up just for this feature, I will say it's paying me good money, okay? I will say it's paying pretty good. That's why I wanted to let everybody know about it. It's a real cool feature. If you got that GPU just sitting around, turn it into cash overnight. That's all I've been doing. All right, everybody, that is going to be it for this video. I hope you enjoyed this information. Please let me know down in the comments. Are you actually going to do this? Like your boy Jono? Let me know. I would love to hear it. Let me know. If you have a GPU, let me know what GPU you have as well. And I would love to hear what hash rate you are getting for that GPU if you make it all the way that far. All right, everybody, thanks so much again for watching. Thank you to my amazing subscribers, and peace.